The day is finally over. For a moment, do nothing. Just feel the weight of being. You've reached the edge of the day, the quiet shoreline where noise meets calm. All the hours that came before have rolled behind you like waves. Some were gentle, some rough, some too fast to even notice. But they're gone now, sliding out to sea. Take a deep, honest breath in through your nose. Let it rise all the way to your collarbones. Hold it for a heartbeat. Now sigh it out through your mouth. Let it sound however it wants to sound. There. That's the body remembering how to release. If you're lying down, feel the surface beneath you. Notice how it supports you without question. You don't need to hold yourself up anymore. Gravity will take care of that tonight. Another breath. In and out. Slower this time. Imagine the exhale pulling invisible threads of tension out through your skin, unraveling everything you tightened today. Shoulders, eyes, thoughts, heart. You did enough. You were enough. Even if your mind disagrees, the night believes it completely. The air around you begins to change texture. It feels thicker, softer, almost like water. Each inhale draws calm in. Each exhale releases residue. You're beginning to float in your own quiet atmosphere. Pause and scan through yourself from the soles upward. Feet, heavy, spreading, warm. Calves, softening, lengthening. Knees, no need to brace. Thighs, let them widen outward, weight falling. Hips, release forward. No clenching, no holding. Breathe into your stomach. Let it rise like a small tide, fall like sand settling. With every breath, the muscles around your waist loosen one loop of invisible rope. Chest, open gently. Feel the rhythm inside. It's slower already. Your heart is recalibrating to rest speed. Shoulders. They've carried invisible backpacks all day. Let them slide downward until they find their real place. Arms. Sink. Hands. Uncurl. Fingers. Still. Now your neck. Imagine it floating in warm water. Every small movement dissolves your jaw. Drop it just a little. Let your tongue rest like driftwood against the roof of your mouth. Finally, your eyes. They've been busy collecting the world since morning. Let them close or half close, whichever feels easier. Behind the lids, darkness is waiting like cool shade. Stay here for a few breaths. Notice how even silence has texture. The low hum of the room, the faint pulse in your ears, the whisper of fabric as you breathe. All of it belongs. Now bring to mind the simple fact: the day is complete. Whether it felt good or bad, successful or messy, it's finished. You don't have to edit it anymore. You're off duty. Imagine holding a thick book labeled "Today." Feel its weight in your hands. The pages are warm from all the moments printed on them. Now, in your imagination, close that book slowly. You hear the soft thump as the covers meet. Set it on a wooden table beside you. You'll open a new one in the morning. Tonight, it can rest, and so can you. Another breath in, another out. Your body sinks a little deeper. Keep breathing exactly as you are. No need to count now. Let the air find its own rhythm. Each inhale rises like a tide. Each exhale drifts back to sea. You've already set down the obvious weights of today. Now we'll gather the smaller ones, the pebbles hidden in the pockets. Think of every small thing that didn't go your way, the message you didn't answer, the look you misread, the thing you meant to do but didn't. One by one, lay them on an imaginary windowsill beside your bed. Outside, the moonlight touches each pebble, and they begin to fade, turning transparent until they're gone. You didn't lose them. They simply dissolved into the night air. That's how letting go works. Not a push, a melting. Notice how your chest feels now. Wider, lighter. The ribs rise with less effort. The breath slides further in. Behind that expansion lives a small, quiet gratitude for surviving another rotation of the world, for having a heartbeat that still shows up for you, for the ability to rest. Let that gratitude spread like ink through water. No words, just warmth. You may feel a small pulse in your fingertips or soles. That's the body rewiring for rest, redirecting energy from muscles to repair. Every cell is choosing softness. If a new thought appears, did I lock the door? What about tomorrow? Answer it gently. Tomorrow has its own sunrise. Then picture the thought as a paper boat. Place it on the river we imagined earlier. Watch it float out of view. You are not the river's keeper tonight. You are the one being carried. Listen closer. There's a layer of sound underneath silence. The hum of life slowing. Maybe it's your breathing. Maybe distant traffic fading like surf. Maybe the soft buzz of electricity in the walls. Whatever it is, it's steady. Let it become your background music. This steady tone helps your brain match its rhythm. It's the principle behind every lullaby, every ocean wave recording. The nervous system syncs to predictability, and prediction is safety. So let safety become the soundtrack. Imagine it filling the room as a low, golden vibration. Each breath you take deepens the note. Soon you can't tell where the sound ends and your body begins. Your heart slows again. Beat, pause, beat. The pauses are lengthening. Inside those pauses, peace grows. Let's bring gentle imagery to quiet the analytical part of your mind. Picture yourself sitting on the porch of a small cabin at twilight. The day is cooled. The air smells faintly of rain on wood. Behind you, a candle burns in a jar, its flame steady. Ahead, a wide field hums with crickets. You watch clouds turn violet, then gray, then disappear. Everything slows at the same speed as your heartbeat. A cup of tea rests beside you. Steam rises, curls, and vanishes. You wrap your hands around the cup, not to drink, just to feel the heat seep into your palms. Each exhale sends a thin wisp of tiredness into the night. Each inhale draws calm back in. In this picture, there is nothing waiting for you. No screen lighting up. No noise calling your name. No clock demanding attention. Only time dissolving, becoming space. Stay here for a few breaths. Let your shoulders droop forward. Let your spine lengthen. Let your body imagine that porch, beneath a wide, forgiving sky. Bring awareness to your heartbeat again. Feel it not just in your chest, but everywhere. In wrists, throat, ankles. The rhythm connects every part of you. Each beat whispers, still here, still safe. You might notice memories drifting through like ghosts of movement, walking, typing, speaking. They're muscle echoes. Thank them and allow them to fade. Now feel the temperature of the room. Where it touches skin, imagine the air stroking away leftover friction from the day. The surface under you absorbs the final tension from your back. You don't even have to breathe deeply anymore. The body will breathe you. Soon we'll move into the visualization that carries you downstream. Before we go, you step forward from that quiet porch and the grass cools your feet. Dew beads between your toes, tiny pearls of night. A breeze slides across your skin, carrying the smell of pine and river water. Somewhere beyond the tree line, a slow current whispers. You walk toward it, drawn by that sound, the steady hush of movement without hurry. As you reach the bank, moonlight stretches across the surface like a path made of silver thread. The river waits, patient. You kneel and touch the water. It feels alive, cool, forgiving. It doesn't ask questions. It simply flows. You wade in until the current lifts your body. Every inch that submerges releases one more trace of the day. First the soles, then calves, knees, hips. When the water reaches your shoulders, your body becomes a single note in a long song. You lean back. The river accepts your weight as if it has been expecting you. Now you're floating. The moon moves above, the current below. The stars scatter their reflections through ripples around you. Each one flickers, then fades, then appears again. You drift with them, breathing at the same rhythm. In, cool air sliding across your face. Out, warmth dissolving through the water. Your ears fill with the muffled hush of liquid sound, that thick, womb-like quiet where the world loses its edges. Somewhere, a night bird sings, 3 notes, pauses, repeats. The repetition becomes a metronome for rest. You think of everything that used to feel urgent. Emails, plans, screens, opinions. They shrink until they're no bigger than sand on the riverbed. The current lifts them away, grain by grain. You don't chase them. You watch them go. The river bends and widens. Now the water is shallow enough for reeds to rise through the surface. Their tips brush your arms, tracing lines that feel like forgiveness. You turn your head and watch them sway against the stars. Every movement has purpose, yet no effort. The brain begins to mirror what it sees. Effortlessness. The muscles follow. Your heartbeat slows again. Each beat echoes softly through the ribs, then travels outward through the water as a ripple that vanishes before it reaches shore. You are the heartbeat of calm. Notice how gravity has changed. It isn't pulling you down, it's pulling you inward. You've become lighter than air, heavier than thought. Somewhere behind closed eyes, your body's outline begins to blur. You start to imagine light moving through you. At first it's faint, a gray shimmer beneath the skin. Then it brightens into soft blue, the color of deep evening. The light breathes with you. Inhale. It gathers around the heart. Exhale. It expands through arms, legs, scalp. With every breath, the blue turns warmer until it becomes silver white. You are glowing faintly beneath the surface of the river, a small constellation resting inside a larger one. The current carries you beneath overhanging branches. Leaves skim your shoulders, releasing drops that cool the glow. You tilt your head and see fireflies weaving patterns above the water. Each flash feels like a word you don't need to translate. If you could read them, they'd say, rest, release, return. Your thoughts begin to space themselves farther apart, like stars separated by distance, but still connected by light. Between them lies an enormous silence. Step into that silence now. The current slows again, then stops. You feel yourself drift onto soft ground. When you open your eyes, you're no longer in the river. You're lying in tall grass beneath an endless sky. Your clothes are dry. Your body is warm. The scent of water has turned to the smell of earth and clover. Above you, the Milky Way spills across the darkness, a slow river of light, echoing the one you just left. You realize the two are the same. Water below, stars above, both flowing. You've only changed mediums. You rest your head on your hands and look upward. Stars blink in and out as clouds wander past. You start to feel them breathing with you, expanding on your inhale, dimming on your exhale. The universe is matching your rhythm now. Your body becomes part of the landscape. The grass rises and falls with the wind, lifting you slightly, settling you gently. It's a cradle woven by the earth itself. If thoughts try to speak, imagine them as distant campfires on the horizon. They burn quietly, harmless, far away. Their light can't reach you. Only the stars above and the grass below remain. You trace one star with your gaze until it melts into sleep blur. Your eyelids grow heavier, the pupils slowing. Every blink lasts longer than the one before. Somewhere between waking and dreaming, you hear the night speak, not in words, but in feeling. It says, "You've done enough. You may stop now." The message sinks directly into the chest. Each repetition loosens another invisible thread that tied you to the day. Soon all the threads are floating upward like strands of silk. They drift until they vanish among the stars. The night continues. I will hold what you cannot. I will finish what you left undone. Relief spreads through every nerve ending. Muscles sigh open. Behind your eyelids, light flickers. Half dream, half neuron. The first flicker of true rest. Now imagine a warm wind brushing over you. It moves from toes to head, carrying golden dust that glows faintly before fading. Every place the dust touches turns weightless. Feet, legs, hips, shoulders, head, each lifted slightly, each lowered again softer than before. You realize you're not just lying in the field. You're sinking slowly through it, as if the grass were mist. Below is another layer of world. A lake made of starlight, perfectly still. You pass through the surface without a ripple. The light surrounds you, not cold, not bright, just infinite. This is where the mind rests when it dreams, but does not yet sleep. You're floating in thoughtless awareness. Here, the body remembers how to repair itself. Here, serotonin becomes melatonin. Here, the heartbeat learns the pace of peace. Stay here. Breathe once, slowly. Breathe again. Everything that was today is dissolving now, molecule by molecule, becoming warmth, becoming color, becoming nothing. You are safe. You are held. You can rest. You are still floating. Time has thinned until it's no thicker than breath. Nothing rushes now. Even thought has forgotten how to hurry. Your breath enters cool, leaves warm, and the space between those two moments feels endless. That space is where rest begins. Imagine the air around you becoming visible. Tiny particles shimmer in the dim light. Dust, moisture, starlight. They drift with each exhale, falling slower and slower until gravity itself seems sleepy. Every drop of that golden dust that lands on you carries the same message. Rest, rest, rest. It settles on your hair, your hands, your heart. It covers you the way snow covers a quiet street. Soft, complete, forgiving. You sense the field still beneath you, but the texture is changing. The grass has turned to something lighter, maybe clouds, maybe memory, maybe both. It holds you perfectly, matching every curve of your body. The stars above are closer now, no longer points, but gentle orbs pulsing slowly. You notice that they breathe. Each pulse expands outward in time with your lungs. The universe has adopted your rhythm. You have become its center of calm. Somewhere inside that wide quiet, a voice like your own begins to whisper. It doesn't use full sentences, only fragments of peace. Done now. Safe now. Enough now. The words repeat until they lose shape, becoming pure tone. The hum of comfort that vibrates through your ribs. The vibration travels through every joint, loosening, lengthening, softening. Your fingers tingle once, then the sensation fades to warmth. Your toes mirror the same small spark. A wave of heaviness follows right behind. Pleasant, grounding. You're being anchored in calm. Every inhale drifts a little shorter. Every exhale lengthens into quiet sighs. Soon the two blend together, an unbroken line of breath that never really ends. A soft light appears in the distance, not above or below, but everywhere ahead. You begin to drift toward it, not by choice, but by invitation. As you approach, the light divides into hundreds of small lanterns. They float at waist height, each one swaying with invisible wind. Their glow is not bright, only enough to paint the air gold. You move through them slowly. Each lantern contains a single word, glowing faintly within its glass. You read them as you pass. Ease. Breathe. Soften. Peace. Let go. Sleep. Every word you read melts into your skin, leaving its warmth behind. By the time you reach the last lantern, your entire body hums with that warmth. You close your eyes. Behind the lids, you can still see those ripples expanding, each one erasing something small from today. A word that lingered too long, a worry that wouldn't quiet, a moment of hurry. Ripple after ripple, they fade. Now even the fountain's sound is softening, each splash slower, each pause longer. Your breathing follows. Your chest rises, barely perceptibly, falls, almost imperceptibly. You could fall asleep right here, but the dream wants to carry you one step further. The garden melts away as easily as breath on glass. You are lying again, but this time on a bed of clouds. They drift together beneath you, gentle as foam. The moon sits directly above, large enough to feel its pull. You roll onto your side, curl slightly, and the clouds adjust to fit. They take the shape of comfort. Your heartbeat has slowed to a lullaby tempo. Even the tiniest muscle around your eyes is still. You feel a faint pulse in your ears, the sound of blood moving so slowly that it seems like ocean waves miles away. You listen to that internal tide. Each rise and fall tells you the same thing. There is nothing left to do. Sleep isn't something you chase. It's something you allow. So allow it now. Let your jaw go slack. Let the tongue fall heavy. Let the eyes roll gently downward behind the lids. That motion, small as it is, tells the brain it's time to dream. Science calls it rumen initiation. You can simply call it falling. The falling never ends in a crash. It ends in floating, deeper and deeper, each layer softer than the one before. Ahead is a doorway made entirely of light. It hums at a low pitch, a tone you can feel more than hear. As you drift closer, the hum syncs perfectly with your heartbeat. You realize they've always been the same rhythm. The door opens without movement. Beyond it lies a darkness full of stars, a darkness that feels alive. You glide through, and instantly the temperature changes. Cool air on the skin, warmth deep within. Here, time dissolves. Memories become light particles drifting upward. The words of this voice dissolve into vibration. Even your own name loses edges, becoming something round, soft, safe. This is the place where sleep begins to dream you. You don't need to think anymore. Thought is light. Light is rest. You are home. You've crossed the doorway. Now everything moves slower than breath. Even the stars seem half asleep. The body doesn't need your attention anymore. It knows exactly what to do. Your heartbeat drifts between sound and silence, an ancient rhythm still echoing from the first night the world ever had. Inhale, pause, exhale, longer now, again. The air inside the room grows thick with peace. It settles on your skin like warm rain that never reaches the ground. Every droplet carries weightless quiet. You're lying on something softer than memory. Beneath you, the earth hums low, a note so deep you can't hear it. Only feel it in the slow expansion of your ribs. That hum says, stay. And you do. Let the corners of awareness round off. Edges blur. Sound fades to tone. Tone fades to pulse. There is no need to move. No need to measure time. No need for language. The night holds you. It breathes through you. It dreams through you. If any stray thought floats close, meet it with a whisper, "Thank you, not now." Watch it drift away like a feather on black water. The ripples smooth out instantly. Now the darkness brightens from within. It isn't light, it's safety. It fills the lungs as you breathe, spreads through the bloodstream, turns every muscle to silk. The face relaxes, the throat opens, the shoulders surrender to gravity, the spine lengthens into comfort, legs and arms lose distinction, becoming one continuous warmth. You have slipped beneath the threshold of wakefulness. The dream is beginning to assemble itself around you. First, the last breath you notice is the one that carries you over. It arrives, lingers, leaves, and you go with it. Gone from thought, gone from time, completely, wonderfully gone. Sleep, deep sleep, safe sleep, dreamless sleep.